Hey, it's Trixie. Welcome to the underground. Well, it's the end of another year, and it keeps getting worse. I'm just kidding. Well, really, not so much kidding because I had to take a Lizzie Borden bath on Christmas Eve and Christmas. No hot water. Can you imagine of the 2 days? Well, thank God I didn't have to work either day, but still, I had to get two bowls, fill them with water, put them in the microwave, heat them up, run to the bathtub, and then pour it all over my body. It's like I'm getting used to this because I deal with this all the time. But yeah, I mean, it's like I'm in the 1800s over here. But you just got to deal with stuff, you know? So let me just talk about a couple things. See, you know how I have a new lamp over here? Because remember the other one I had, I don't know if you noticed, but it was leaning, like almost going to fall on my head. Well, it actually did over the Christmas holiday. Smashed to the ground, smashed to the floor, and all the light bulbs. So I just took the pieces and brought it to the dumpster. And this lady comes up. She goes, "Does that lamp work?" I thought she was going to yell at me for throwing it in the dumpster, but she's like, "Oh, I need a lamp." And I said, "Well, go for it." But, it wouldn't twist. It wouldn't twist. So I'm trying to explain to her, yeah, it works if you can get it to twist. And then I'm looking at her. She's got like wrapped up hands like a mummy. I'm like, no, you're not going to be able to do it. Not going to be able to do it. Okay. Did anybody get weird Christmas gifts? I just want to tell you a couple of mine. My manager was chasing me to my car. I had to leave. And he's like, "Here, I got to give you something." And I thought it was like, a Christmas card, whatever. He gave me a gift card last year. It felt kind of thin. When I got home, I realized it was a picture of himself and his wife. Oh, how did you know that's what I wanted? Okay, he was too cheap to put a stamp on it. Anyway, other gifts I got stuffed in a stocking. Now, the owner of the company that I work for gave me a nice jacket, but he must have sent some man to the convenience store to stuff our stockings, and it's a male dominated industry. I get it. Inside, one of the gifts was dude wipes for your ass when you take a crap. Can you imagine? Yeah, I'm gonna need these dude wipes. Thanks a lot. A woman would never pick up dude wipes and put them in a stocking. Dozens of Amazon packages. They're on strike. This is in Massachusetts. This happened. They were found in the woods. The guy was stressed out. So you have to like take it out on my package? Come on. No, I get it. Listen, I talked to an Amazon driver over the holiday. She said they don't get bonuses and they're working like 14 hours a day. So I just have sympathy for these people. You figure like one of the richest men in the world can give you a Christmas bonus, or at least like, when I was a bartender, I used to get like $100 or $200. Like, I don't get it. It makes you sick, like how rich people are and how they don't share it. Not everybody. Not everybody's like this. What else happened? A family dispute. I think this was in Arizona, in Phoenix. Ended up in like a stabbing. Can you imagine? 4 people injured. 3 men were shot. A woman was stabbed over a disagreement in the family. I'm sorry, but like some families get along. Look at my family. It's like that scene at the dining room table in Saturday Night Fever where they're all slapping each other. I'm exaggerating. But, with us, we're Italian. We raise our voices and, you talk about politics, things can go wrong. But yeah, just like arguing, my family, my sister, my mother, me, my mother, arguing about whether, because my sister makes cupcakes. She's the best. And my mother was tasting something and they were saying whether or not it was Cool Whip, fighting over whether or not it was Cool Whip. So yeah, it's just like stupid. This is what's stressing me out, though. This is what stresses me out. Every year, my mother threatens to die. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be here next year. So, at 88 years old, eventually she's going to be correct. But she's pretty tough, lasting this long. A viewer gave me a nickname, which is usually what I do to people, which is kind of funny. Now I get one, Spreading. She calls me Spreading. So I had to look it up. It's a debating tactic involving speaking very fast. Yeah, that's me. She's got me going on. Hey, Chilo, what's up? During a competitive debate, and I like debating. The goal is to overwhelm opponents so they can't respond to you. Oh, that's good. So it's kind of like a combination of speed and reading. This is definitely me. She's good. There's a thing I saw, which I kind of want to do after I die. Instead of going in the ground, I'm not really fond of going in the ground because of these movies I was shown as a little kid where someone was buried alive. Anyway, I'm thinking maybe burn me, cremate me, and then I can become a tree. So you spread the ashes after you're dead. Instead of getting a tombstone, you get cremated and then spread over around a tree. You get your own memorial tree. I hope a dog doesn't come and pee on me, but I think that's what I want to do. Okay, Alexandra Blogier, a staff writer who covers psychology, social issues, and everything else, said Generation X childhood experiences. Now, this is funny. So this is the time where, your mother didn't care where you were when you were playing. So parents wouldn't think that it was okay to do now. But when I was a kid, my mother would unleash me onto the neighborhood and not check on me till it was dinner time. So we'd wander around, no supervision. No, it doesn't matter if I get kidnapped. It's not her fault. Like, I'm free. And that's probably why I like freedom to this day. But today's parents are like helicopter parents. Number 2 is riding in cars without seatbelts. This is why I didn't wear a seatbelt till I was like 40. I mean, yeah. And I didn't wear a bike helmet until I fell and bounced down 20 feet almost into a reservoir. So, yeah, this is why I am the way I am. Whatever. Number 3, everybody smoked indoors. I'm probably going to get lung cancer. I used to work in a bar. I used to DJ, bartend. Let me shut this just in case someone screams. And everybody was smoking. Disgusting now that you think about it. We're all going to die from secondhand smoke. Number 4, drinking from the garden hose. We all did this. Yeah, Gen X. We're like weird. Now they have all those Stanley cups. Like my sister has these. They're this big. I can barely lift them. And I don't have one. So I drink out of a normal, I don't know. I can't even imagine walking around with that, but it would probably help my muscles. Number 5, riding bikes without a helmet. We talked about that. That's definitely, yeah. I mean, I went on a motorcycle without a helmet. In Connecticut, you can do that. I don't know if you can still do it. Massachusetts, I always say we force people to do the right thing in Massachusetts. Number 6, phone etiquette. Waiting for your turn to make a call. We didn't have cell phones. And we remembered phone numbers. I remember 2 numbers now. Well, I do remember my old number of my own home phone when I was living in Longmeadow. But I remember my mother's number, which is funny because when I got my phone ripped off in Atlantic City, that's the only person I could call. I couldn't call the person I was with because I didn't remember his number. And I remember one of my best friends, Adam Bradley, Leslie Van Houten. I'll go into why I call him that, but not now. Number 7, walking to school alone. I remember riding the bus alone after I threw up in the parking lot. My mother would send me to school after I'd say, Ma, I don't feel good. Well, she's like, you always had a stomach ache, which is true. But my sister, she'd get away with murder. Like, oh, I don't feel like it. And she'd let her stay home. This is what makes me tough, though. So I love my mom for doing that. Because I'm kind of tough. If I'm sick, I go to work. It doesn't matter. Number 8, being on the receiving end of tough love parenting. Yes, we just talked about it. It's okay. I like my work ethic. Number 9, Saturday morning cartoons. Oh, Scooby-Doo, Battle of the Planets. G-Force, key up. I remember that. Legion of Doom, Super Friends. Loved it. I miss those days. I wish I was 6. No, I don't. Number 10, spending hours at the mall. I remember we used to hang out at Big Y or Little Peach. Remember those things? Yeah, actually, when I was little, we didn't have malls. I remember because if you ever saw the movie Reincarnation of Peter Proud, it was filmed in Springfield, where I was born. And we had they call it Bay State West I don't know what it was, downtown. Steiger's, G-Fox. There was a little overpass outside that you walked across to get across the street. Johnson's bookstore. There were bookstores back then. And then the malls came and knocked out all the stores. Number 11, snack food diet. I still live on that today. My dad used to own a candy store. Okay, Dad, can I come to work with you? Swanson dinners, KFC, fried dough for breakfast. Number 12, being unreachable. Yeah, your mother didn't know where you were and didn't care. I received an email from a goat named Tina. She was telling me she was auctioned off and bought by a couple who hardly fed her. This is what I get for emails because I donate to animal causes. And then sent her to a slaughterhouse. And then Saved by Strangers, thank God, but asking me to donate for all her medical care. Okay, so what happened in the year 2024? Let's go back. Let's go back. Elon was elected president, Trump VP after 2 attempted assassinations. Taylor Swift controls the universe. Jaden Daniels. Jaden effing Daniels. Did you see him last week? Woo! 2 seconds left. Touchdown. They're not going anywhere. But you know what? I'm happy for whoever. I don't mind if KC wins again. Make Taylor Swift happy. And Detroit. I mean, I'm happy for these teams. Diddy goes to jail. He's bringing everyone down with him. Maybe Jay-Z. I don't know. Beyonce released a country album. And was it a good year for you guys? I mean, it was okay. I mean, personally, I had some rough patches. Professionally, I had the best year of ever. I made more money and more money for the company, which makes me feel good. My boss sure as hell loves me. Trump threatened to take back the Panama Canal. Oh boy, he's got the Napoleon thing going on. Plus Greenland and Canada. Yeah, okay. Let's see if that works out. I mean, nothing he says shocks me or surprises me. During a Christmas post, he included taking over these places. Fleetwood Mac guitarist Lindsey Buckingham was granted a permanent restraining order from a woman who was stalking him and his family. I guess he threatened to kill his family. Showed up at his house. This was reported by In Touch. This woman's name Michelle. She has accused him of being he was their father, and she threatened to kill him and his wife and son. And then he said she blamed me for her facial deformities. One bad thing about being famous is people like the weirdos come out of the woodwork. Okay. According to psychology, 8 traits of people who are better off alone. Number 1, self-sufficient. You don't rely on anybody. That's me. That's me. That's me. Number 2, thinking independently. That's me. That's me. That's me. I beat to the sound of my own drum. Number 3, comfortable being alone. You know that song by Alice DJ? Are you better off? Do you think you're better off alone? Sorry, can't sing. I like my own company, you know? So one of my friends used to tell me, you'd have fun in the bathroom. I mean, I just don't mind myself. I'm a little annoying at times. But number 4, unpredictability is good. I like excitement. I think that's my worst fear is being bored. Being bored with somebody. Sometimes it's okay. You sit on the couch, you're not doing anything. And somebody dying on me. This is why I don't want to get involved with anybody. Number 5, embrace personal growth. Not dependent on someone to push them. Although it's, I don't fit into that. I kind of need somebody to push me a little bit. Or else I'm going to lay all day, watch football like I'm going to do today. Number 6, not afraid of loneliness. What? Wait a minute. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. I think that's 2 different animals. You can be lonely and be in a relationship. Number 7, value personal freedom. Yeah, remember It's a Wonderful Life, one of my favorite Christmas movies. I want to do what I want to do. That's true. That's what I want to do. But then he fell in love and got married. Ruined his life. I want to go on vacation. I want to just hang out with my friends when I want to do it. I don't really want to say, hey, is it okay if I do that? I'm going to have to, if I get with somebody, it's going to have to be someone who just understands I'm a lunatic. And I also like to go on my bike. I don't want to worry about my wife telling me, hey, you're selfish. And number 8, acceptance of singlehood. Yeah, I already accept the fact I'm going to die alone. 7 signs a person never experienced true deep love. I guess that's me. Fear of emotional vulnerability. That is not me. I'm vulnerable to you guys. Self-protect to avoid pain. Maybe when I was drinking, I don't do that now. Keeping feelings to themselves. Yeah, you guys know I don't do that. Talk about surface things. That's not me at all. Yeah, I'm vulnerable. I don't care about that. 2, constant yearning for perfection. Kind of. I kind of want that at work. But I don't know if I want to be in a perfect relationship because I'm not perfect. And I accept someone's flaws. If you love someone, you're going to accept their flaws. There's no such thing as somebody perfect. I just think that someone's going to have to deal with the fact that I have half-open bottles in the fridge. Number 3, difficulty in expressing emotions. No, that's not me at all. I talk about everything. Out of touch with how they feel. The ability to express your emotions. That's me. Definitely emotional intelligence. Number 4, being too independent. So if you reject help, Yeah, I ask for it if I need it, but if someone wants to be alone, you over, you know, I just think that I'm not afraid of loving somebody. I don't, maybe I am. Someone told me I was afraid of commitment. Number five, always falling for someone that's not available. I used to be like this in my 20s and 30s. I don't think I'm like this anymore, but I don't know because I don't think I've ever been in love with anybody. You know, uh, the relationship's not going anywhere. That's definitely like you don't want it to go anywhere. Number six, prioritizing physical over emotional intimacy. Yeah, when I was younger, not anymore. Sex is great, but it's not. When you get older, you kind of value other things than sex, which is a terrible thing. Emotional, like you want to be friends with someone, you want to spend time with them. You not only want their body, but their soul, listening to them drone on and on. Number seven, hold on to past pain, nursing grudges. I'm Italian. We're known for holding grudges, but I don't hold grudges. You gotta let go of that stuff. You gotta let go. All right, you guys. I don't hope your year went well and hope you had a great holiday. And what's depressing is football is ending soon. What am I going to do after that? I got to find something. Well, you know what? I'm going to get on my bike and just start riding. Love you guys. Thanks to all the support. Keep trying to nickname me. I should have a contest who can give me the best nicknames. But so far, Chilo's got it. Thank you for watching and supporting me for the entire year. Love you.